Hello, Sean Wolf. My name is Julian Freeman, aka Juju F on YouTube, and I'm here to talk about The Black of the Berry and the story of OJ and my feelings towards those songs and how they have impacted my life personally. I'm gonna start with The Black of the Berry. Personally, this is one of the most impactful songs in my life because of how it opened my eyes to the systemic racism around me and the hypocrisy within our own community. I listened to it when I was in Germany at the time and in high school. It was one of the first songs to really open my mind to the issues on both sides at a time where I didn't even think about it that much, specifically because of how diverse my base was. The area I lived in put me in a position where I didn't get affected by these types of problems, other than some racist and homophobic comments from classmates here and there. Living in Germany was an interesting time in my life, especially since I lived way off base. I was basically the only black person in my area unless I went on base, and even then, I was never treated differently, even when being able to barely speak any German. Probably because I was American, but either way, I wasn't affected by systemic racism until I went back to America, where it all hit so hard. And if it weren't for this song, The Blacker the Berry, I would still be ignorant to those issues that affected me and everyone else around me. Going back to America was just a pain since I was being discriminated against and told by other white people that I act white, which apparently was a compliment. It made it seem so hypocritical when thinking about it. If it weren't for hearing that song and album, then I would have accepted those comments because of the close mindedness and lack of knowledge of systemic racism. I've seen other African Americans accept the fact that they are now white inside because people kept telling them that. Which makes me wonder where I would have been if it weren't for that song telling me not to accept these issues and to be mad at them. The anger behind that one song was able to make me as mad about these issues as he was. I was also able to realize the hypocrisy within our own community itself. Like, in order for all of us to be equal, we have to realize the systemic issues within each other. Now, I hope that this was a good message and explanation of my feelings toward this song. Thank you for hearing me out. Next song, Story of OJ. The chorus of this song is really just an ironic reminder of how I will always be looked at by my peers. Because even when my classmates said that I acted white or was black royalty, whatever that means, as a compliment, keep in mind, I will always just be another black man to them. Them calling me an Oreo won't take the fact that they just see me as a spectacle rather than a human. That's always going to be there. Them saying I acted white makes that stereotype even worse and tries to separate me from my own culture by telling me that the clothes I wore was actually for white people. That's just from the chorus. The song itself is a great message to all of us. It gives us advice to build our own financial legacy for the later generation. He talks about his own mistakes that he made and what he did to build his legacy for his children to take part of. Basically, plan for the future instead of wasting it on things that will be useless. For example, I bought a whole PC setup with this mic for the future things that I want to take part of. I hope to build up my name and hopefully make a financial return on all the things I bought one day. If, knowing that it's always going to be a steep climb, it's always going to take forever because of everything I already discussed, plus internet is always something that's hard to take a part of. And I know that one day it'll be worth it in the end, especially because I like what I do. So I'll always have something to kind of look back on and learn from and whatnot. Sorry, I'm going a little off course, but you get the point. Make an important investment knowing that you are building something for the future. Now, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Hopefully I explained myself well. And Sean Wolf, thank you so much for this opportunity. Your videos are truly something to be proud of, my dude. Hopefully, honestly, you inspire me to be greater with the things I create, and I hope to be as good as you one day. I've been a part of the music critic community for years now, maybe even a decade. I'm really old. You have been one of the best critics I've ever watched personally, and I want to give you this message on a person-to-person basis. I'm glad that this is a way I can do it. Um, just keep doing what you do, my man. One day you will be huge, because I mean you already are. YouTube has something I've been a part of since its early days, and watching you grow has been one of the coolest things to ever witness. Honest to God. Thank you for watching this, and I'm sorry if it's lengthy and whatnot, but I'm thank you so much for this. That's all I have to say.